Hi, John from Diode Dynamics. Today we'll be installing our Stage Series reverse light kit, as you see here, for the 2015 to 2020 Ford F-150. Not only does this kit provide you a significant increase in light output directly behind the vehicle, but it also includes a red accent light. Whether you went with our SSC1s or SSC2s, the installation process is exactly the same. Let's get started. Starting at the rear of the vehicle, we'll need a 13mm socket because we'll be removing 2 bolts from the back side of the bumper. Now we're going to take our reverse light bracket and bolt it up using the 2 13mm bolts that we just removed. It's important to note that the long portion of the bracket is facing towards the center of the vehicle. Next, we'll want to take our universal bracket with the curved portion facing the rear of the vehicle and bolt it up to our reverse light bracket using our included carriage bolt. Once we have our carriage bolt fed through, we'll want to take our washer, lock washer, and nut and secure it only hand tight so we have room for adjustment later. Now we can take our SSC2 and secure it to our universal bracket using our socket head bolt and nut, and leave that only hand tight so we have room for adjustment later. Now we can repeat the same steps to bolt on our second SSC2 on the driver's side of the vehicle. Then we'll be moving up and underneath to the spare tire well to disconnect the factory body harness. You'll be disconnecting the black 16-pin connector just above the spare tire here, and then plug in the supplied adapter harness in line and back into the vehicle. When taking the other end of your adapter and plugging it into your factory harness, you'll want to make sure the red locking tab is pushed forward. With our body harness adapter connected, we can leave that in place and then head to the front of the vehicle to finish routing our wiring. To connect our power and ground to our battery, you're going to want to grab a 10mm socket and loosen the 2 nuts on our terminals. You're going to want to take the red wire, connect it to the positive side, and the black wire, connect it to the negative side. For your switch, if you'd only like to rely on factory signals, then we'll flip our switch to setting 1 and secure this up in the engine bay away from any hot or moving parts. If you'd like to have manual control, then we'll route our switch through the firewall into the cab to the location of your choice. Using our 10mm socket, we'll be removing 1 more bolt here so we can secure our relay up and out of the way. Now we're ready to route the rest of our wiring down the engine bay and to the rear of the vehicle. It's important to note to keep this away from any hot or moving parts. In addition, we'll be unplugging our quick disconnect to make this process simpler. With the rest of our wiring routed to the rear of the vehicle, we can then plug in our DT connectors in the back of our pods and our amp connector into the other end of the body harness. Then you can secure any excess wiring up and out of the way using zip ties. We can now wrap up our installation by making our final aiming adjustments. We can take our pod and adjust it left and right and secure it using a 13mm wrench, and then adjust our pod up and down and secure it using a 3/8 wrench and a 5/32 Allen. As you can see with our Stage Series reverse light kit installed, not only do you have a custom off-road appearance, but you now have a significant increase in light output for better nighttime visibility, plus an additional red accent light. If you're looking for a Stage Series reverse light kit for your vehicle or any of our other products, visit our website at diodedynamics.com or use our dealer locator tool to find a dealer near you. And if you want to stay up to date on any new or future products, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications to never miss a new video. Thanks for watching.